What can we do? Izuku asked. We just have to wait for the heroes to find them. And hope they don't do anything too bad with the stolen ship. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX. Shinigami had never felt so embarrassed in her life. Not only had the mission failed, but she'd been captured on top of them. And now she was in a trap, with full body restraints, getting held to prison like a common joke. She couldn't imagine his disappointed reaction. She wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come to rescue her given how disgraceful this whole thing was. Honestly, she couldn't imagine how the situation could much worse. What the fuck is that? She heard one of the guards up front shout. Kaboom! Out of nowhere, something exploded, shaking the ground so hard Shinigami almost thought they'd crashed. Shit, we're under attack! Shouted the guard. Call Ack! Shinigami heard the sound of the heavily reinforced glass getting shattered, and the truck started shaking as something happened out front. Did they really come for me? She felt bad just for hoping for such a thing, but it was either that or someone who came to kill her. Shing! Suddenly, a spear-like tail pierced through the back of the heavily armed prison truck. Well, it looked like it might be the latter. Two claws came through the hole and ripped open the steel like it was a tin can. And it came to Kaza, in her brand new pirate attire. She had a long brown pirate frock coat, covered with flats and pockets. It had a slit down the lower part of it, allowing her tail to move more freely, and her wings went through the back of the truck, thanks to two less visible slits in the back. On her head was the stereotypical pirate hat, and she wore a beige poet shirt typical of a pirate, a pair of long brown pants, and lastly some long brown boots. Kaza took a hop of her cigar, as she entered the van, and looked around for a moment before her eyes landed on Shinigami, who couldn't say anything because her mouth was covered by another hand. Who the hell is this? Shinigami gave Kaza a confused look, mostly because of her outfit, as the monstrous woman approached her, towering over the door. Without a word, Kaza grabbed another blade blocking Shinigami's path, and tore it off her knees. In New York? Shinigami asked. None of your business, Kaza said, blowing out some smoke on her cigar, before picking her up by her restraints, and carrying her out of the truck. Once she got outside, she had a better view of her surroundings. Accompanying Kaza was none other than Pai, who was also in more pirate-like attire. She wore a white puffy top with extremely puffy sleeves, and brown leather pants covered with paint, as well as a pair of brown shoes. The artist was carrying a long piece of paper, about the size of an average person. What a beautiful, horrid woman, Pai praised as she looked at Shinigami. I can smell the lives you've taken. Get to painting, we don't have much time, Kaza ordered. Very well, Pai said, as she set the paper down on the ground, and started painting. However, Shinigami's attention wasn't on them, rather, it was on the acid, flying toward ship over him. What the fuck? Shinigami asked, seeing this, defiance of nature and the very laws of physics. Captain, the radar is detecting another vehicle approaching. 20 miles out. Rower said over the earpiece. TCH. We need more time. Fire on them. Kaza ordered. A few moments later, many square sections of the ship opened up on the side, and advanced steely cannons popped out. That laser doesn't matter. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. The cannons fired shots of red-hot fire, lighting up the night sky as they flew past the point where they could see them clearly. Successful, Royal reported after a few moments. The vehicle has flown the stop. And its inhabitants? Kaza asked. They should be mostly fine, that level of power shouldn't have killed them, Roro explained. Good, Kaza said, before looking down at Pai, who was still finishing up her painting, which was now revealed to be a painting of Shinigami in her restraints, with her throat slit. Just adding the finishing touches, done. Pai stood up, and looked down at her work for a second, before acting her quirk. The painting rose out of the paper and became three-dimensional. An exact replica of Shinigami, only with a bleeding neck, and dead glazed-over eyes. Finally, Kaza said, as she picked up the real Shinigami and then picked up Pai with her other arm, before flapping her wings and taking to the sky. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX most give up on making the ship rise. "So this is the ninja lady?" Hiraki said, coming up to inspect her in person. Akaza said Hiraki wore her own much smaller gold shirt and red leather pants with black shoes, as well as a red bandana over her forehead and hair. She even had a clip-on gold earring on her left ear. Zero was standing by, wearing a similar garb, but his pants were brown, and in she doesn't do anything funny. Yes, Captain, said all three crewmates. Karaki ran off, while Tsubu used his quirk. Using the sand they kept in barrels on the deck, he made a giant sand hand, and used it to grab Shinigami, and carry her inside. For now, she went along without resisting. Whoever these people were, they were clearly part of something big, and she needed to find out what. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX scout 2 guards, free her friend, and get out. Only for her to discover that someone had gotten there first, that someone possessed a giant flying pirate ship, which then proceeded to open fire, unleashing hell on her miles away, and forcing her to seek shelter behind a rock to keep from getting hit. Then when she came out, the ship disappeared, making her almost believe it was an illusion, not for the flaming craters left in the ground. Nonetheless, she continued on her motorcycle, getting closer and closer to the truck, only to see Shinigami laying outside the truck, looking very, very dead. Her eyes widened, and she swore her heart stopped for a second. She stopped the bike, and flew to the side, running over to her friend's side, to see if this nightmare was truly real. At first, it seemed so, however, something was up. The smell. She smelled like paint. Her eyes squinted and touched Shinigami's face. It didn't feel like skin. It felt like she was touching a painting or a sculpture. This was not Shinigami. But why would her enemies leave such an obvious decoy to try and trick her? Karai's eyes widened, as now that she was thinking straight, she realized now how obvious this was, and got up to run. Kaboom! Only for the fake body to erupt in a massive explosion. Ack! Karai cried, as the explosion hit her hard at the back, knocking the window out of her, and sending her flying forward. Crack! Karai flew a few yards, before hitting the ground face first, and immediately falling unconscious. The bridge was far nicer than the name implied. Shinigami was stuck in a small room with only a bed, but on the bright side, she was out of the cold restraints, although she still had restraints around her ankles and wrists. The bed was pretty soft, and they had the decency to give her some space and room. Judging by this treatment, they don't seem to be as intimidating as they first seemed. Shinigami thought as she ate her piece of bread. Escape for now would be impossible. There were no windows, the vents were far too small to crawl through, and the room was made of rather sturdy metal. The door had the only slide opening the bars would keep her from slipping through there. And the door itself didn't seem to have any locking mechanism she could break or turn the lock. She wasn't going to escape anytime soon thanks to a flaw in the room's design, so she would have to wait on her old friend, in the mirror. Speaking of which, the door opened up, and there were locked in really tight. She wore a similar white top to mine, but hers was a bit thinner, less puffy, and more see-through, and she also wore a small brown jacket over it, matching her brown pants, and brown-heeled boots. Naturally, she was beautiful, but for whatever reason Shinigami couldn't help but find her the most attractive person she'd ever met. Wait, that's not right. I'd never find someone attractive based just on their looks. Shinigami immediately understood that she must be under the effect of a quirk, and resisted it with all her might. She closed her eyes and turned her head, cutting off the effect of Yoko's quirk. Oh dear, can't have that no for me? Yoko smirked and pulled out a syringe from her pocket. Guess we have to do this the hard way then. The next half hour is going to be very unpleasant for you, dear. Yoko jabbed the syringe into Shinigami's arm and injected her with a strange green liquid. What was that? What did you just talk? Suddenly Shinigami's eyes opened, but she became unable to close them. This is something that makes it so you can't close your eyes for a little bit, dear. Yoko forced Shinigami's head towards her, making her unable to avoid being affected by Yoko's quirk. After all, it's rude not to look at the person you're talking to, and we have so much to discuss. She told me everything, Yoko said. She, Kaza, and Roller were all together, talking down to a seer which is up that was communicating with. Roller now also sported no fitting clothes. A long brown coat similar to Kaza, but without slits, brown burlap pants, and brown boots. And you're certain it's accurate? Izuka asked her. As certain as can be. No one can lie to me after being exposed to my quirk for an hour. Yoko chuckled darkly. I even had her do a few things to prove her loyalty. I can show you if you'd like. No thank you, Izuka said bluntly. Anyway, you're trapped should buy some time. Raid as many foot facilities. Keep the destruction to a minimum, and steal as much as you can. If you get a hold of any of their scientific research or materials, or even their test subjects, inform me immediately. And what of the girl? Kaza asked with her arms crossed. Sell her to the villain trade, Izuku said dismissively. And don't take too long, the longer we wait, the longer our enemies have to move locations. Wait, the villain trade? Kaza asked, giving Izuku a questioning look. In fact, the villain trade. Ask Suru, he should be able to tell you everything, Izuku told her. Goodbye. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX take an unconscious Shinigami to the villain trade, while the rest would start the raids on the foot hideouts. The two sky pirates walked through the halls of a dingy building, in the worst part of town, being escorted by two burly men in suits. While carrying Shinigami in a large gym bag, they reached a set of doors into the main leading them to carpeted office. In that office behind a nice wooden desk, was a rotund man in a stuffy suit, with a beard mustache that just screamed nice. Shift, the man stood up and smiled at Sue. Long time no see. I see you have a new look. Did you join some pirate-themed virginities? Villains actually. Kaza corrected. Is that a problem? The man laughed. No. Villains, heroes, vigilantes, it hardly matters to me. This here is Captain Windrake. Sewer introduced her. She's our leader. And she's new to this system. Ah, I understand. The man nodded. Allow me to explain. The villain trade is a very simple business. You catch a villain, but instead of going to the police, you want to make a bit of cash. You bring them here, and we sell them to heroes who are less than skilled but make up for it with fat wallets. They get the glory, and we get the money. Win-win. That's how have the other heroes not found out about this? Kaza asked, not fully believing what she just heard. Oh, they have. They just don't do much about it. The man explained. Vigilantes often come here for cash and let the heroes claim the credit for villains they beat. This is good for the heroes because letting vigilantes do their jobs for them is rather embarrassing. And can you imagine what would happen if the public found out about this? They'd be outraged. No. So long as we stay discreet, the heroes don't interfere. Mostly. Why am I even surprised? Kaza asked, before dropping the bag on the ground. Let's just get this over with. The man snapped his fingers, and a group of men came into the room. Two men in white coats went down and opened the bag, revealing the unconscious Shinigami. The two looked over her, analyzing her while the last guy was on the tablet looking at the information. Villain, Shinigami. Known accomplice in the UA Sports Festival attack. The man with the tablet explained. She possesses a powerful illusion quirk. She's alive. In good condition too. One of the white-coated men said. No permanent injuries. Wonderful. I think this is the first time you've brought me a villain fully intact. Shift. The man laughed. And Andy Ray, who participated in such an infamous event. With such an elusive quirk, this one will be quite valuable. Men, preserve her. We're going to age her for about a year, and make her seem more elusive and hard to catch. Then we sell her off for triple the profit. Ahem. Kaza fake coughed threateningly. Money. Yes, I get ahead of myself. The man snapped his fingers again, and another man came in with a large briefcase. Kaza's wondering inside. Kaza took the suitcase and opened it, finding stacks and stacks of money inside, before closing it again. Fine. Shift. Let's go. With that, the two turned around and left the building as quickly as they could. So, wanna explain yourself? Kaza asked Suro as they walked the streets. I needed to eat, Suro explained, looking slightly ashamed. Kaza sighed.